Okay, we're recording.
Okay. Hi, Kathy. How you doing this week?
I'm all right.
So, did you think about some of the things we talked about last week?
I don't even remember what we talked about last week.
Okay.
Um,
So tell me how your week has been.
well, it's kind of the same. I mean, I'm still really sad, and you know, I don't know. Um, I don't know what to do. I can't sleep. Um, I have too much on my plate. I'm exhausted. I just don't feel like I'm connecting with my baby, and I feel really bad about that. And I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I mean, I, I'm just, I'm just depressed. I think I have postpartum depression, and I'm really afraid.
Okay. Um, so we talked about medication. Have you thought any more about that?
Well, I'm breastfeeding. Is there a medication that I can take while I'm breastfeeding?
There is, yeah.
Okay, so and it won't hurt my baby.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay,
So tell me how's breastfeeding going?
it's going okay. I breastfed all my kids, so it's just easier for me to do. I can just feed the baby and stay in bed. I don't have to get up and make bottles or anything. So,
Okay.
um, and I never had a problem with that. So it's easy for me. I'm used to it. I
Okay.
just hope I don't fall asleep on her. I'm worried about that because I'm so exhausted.
Okay. Did you shower today?
No, I haven't showered today.
Okay. When's the last time you showered?
I showered 2 days ago.
Okay. Um, how's the baby?
Baby's okay. She's a good baby. She's not fussy, thank God. She
Mhm.
sleeps a lot. You know, my husband helps with her, so uh, she's good, and I weigh her. And she's not gaining weight as much as I would like her to, but she's not losing weight.
Okay. And when's the last time you gave her a bath?
My husband gives her a bath every day.
Okay. Okay. Have you talked to him about some of the things we talked about?
Yeah, I mean, he's really worried. He's just said, you have to do whatever you need to do to get better to take care of these kids. So I'm I'll do whatever you need me to do. As I said, I can't sleep all the time. I can't be crying all the time. And I feel terrible that I'm not taking good care of this baby.
Mhm. How are the other girls?
Yeah, the girls are okay. They go to like day camp for school. They're out of school now, and so they go during the day and they play stuff and everything. And they just keep saying, "When are you going to get up? Why do you sleep all the time? What's wrong with you?" And I keep just saying to them, "I'm just tired." And they keep asking me, "Why do you keep crying? And don't you like the new baby?" And I just feel bad about that too.
Okay. Have you gotten outside today?
Um, I walked out and got the mail to
Okay.
the end of the driveway and back. That was it.
Okay. Um, uh, we talked about I want you to get outside, like 10 to 15 minutes every day,
Okay.
preferably maybe to go for a little walk.
Mm-hmm.
The baby's a good baby. You can put her in the stroller. You both would get some sunshine, and that would get you a little bit of exercise, which would get your natural endorphins going,
Okay.
and that can help pick you up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Um, did your husband have any ideas for getting you some help at home?
Well, he said, well, I think he's annoyed with me for even asking because he said, that's not inexpensive. We don't have a ton of money. We can afford it, but he's a big saver. And he said, can't you just take your medicine and do what she says and get better? And I said it would really help me if I could get a little help. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
Well,
So,
with it being summer, what about maybe getting a teenager to help entertain the girls, fix them lunch,
Yeah. Well, he thinks that paying for them to go to summer camp is a big help to me, and I should be able to manage with that, and I shouldn't need any more help. And I kind of think that's not unreasonable on his part. So
Okay.
he said if I have to keep the kids were going to be on for a week or 2 weeks and then off for 2 weeks. And he said if I have to keep the kids in camp all summer, that would be reasonable. So, and
Okay.
they go in the morning, late morning, and they get home just they go later than they were if they were in school, and they get home
Mhm.
around 3 or 4.
Okay. So let's talk about what it was like for you growing up.
Um, it was fine. I mean, my dad, my dad and mom got along fine. I think my mom had depression. Um, she used to take medication. I don't know what she took, but she didn't work. And my dad, it was different than my dad supported her, and they had plenty of money, and my it was just my sister and my brother and I, and we used to do a lot of chores, and my mother was like a real princess, so we did a lot for her. We helped her a lot. We had to, and she was kind of moody, um, but she was fun and she was nice. And my dad worked. He was a businessman. He would leave in the morning. He'd come home at night. Would all have supper together, and then we would go to bed. It was he worked really hard, and we weren't supposed to really act up when he got home. We would do what we were told and get to bed. And, it wasn't. It was, I think, a normal childhood. It
Okay.
wasn't nothing weird about it.
Okay. That was going to be my next question. Is there any trauma in your history that you're aware of?
Um,
Any abuse of any kind, whether in the home or out?
um, I I just remember my mother was just kind of witchy. I mean, she would yell at us and say mean things, and and now when I look back on it, I think, she was always taking diet pills and then something to, because she was depressed or whatever. She was always on medicine, so she was very moody.
Mhm.
So we were almost kind of afraid of her.
Okay.
Mm.
Did she ever get violent?
She'd shove us, but she never hit us. She'd threaten to hurt us, but she never really did.
Okay. Um, and are you the oldest?
No, I'm in the middle.
Okay. So who's oldest? The brother or the sister?
Sister.
Okay. Um, what was your relationship with your sister?
Good. We had a good relationship. We were good. When she got older, she, kind of did different things than I did, but we were still close, but not as close as we were when we were younger.
Okay. Um, so how is your mom still living?
No.
Okay. So how was your relationship as an adult with her?
Um, she was very needy. She had cancer, and she was diabetic, and she had a lot of health problems. And she was really a lot closer to my brother and his wife than she was to me and my husband. And she lived closer to him, so she'd spend more time with him than me.
Okay. And I know your dad worked a lot. What was your relationship with him?
I was very close to my dad.
Okay.
We were very close.
Did you experience anything that was scary or traumatic as a child that you recall?
No, not that I can remember.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So how do you feel about motherhood in general?
I really want to be a good mother. I feel like it's my responsibility to take care of these babies. I
Mhm.
don't know whether it's because I'm older or what's going on, but this baby's different than the other babies. I'm having a really hard time. Um, you know, and I feel bad that I don't feel like I'm doing the right thing.
Okay. Well, you're seeking help, and that's the first step in doing the right thing.
Thank you.
and you're breastfeeding your baby, you're taking care of your baby, we need to get a little more emotional bonding in there. But part of that will come with some rest. So tell me about your sleep. What's it like at night?
I sleep a lot. I only wake up when I have to feed the baby. I sleep all the time. I sleep if I could sleep 24 hours a day, I would. And then when I get up, I just feel like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm such a bad mother. Why can't I be why can't I be excited about this baby like I was about my others? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to even think about this. It's overwhelming. And then I think I just have to feel better. I've got to do this. I've got to fix this.
Mm-hmm. Had you had any hormonal problems in the past?
I never had really any hormonal problems, but I did have a like really bad PMS when I was younger, all the time. I still even now, I still have really bad PMS.
Okay. And had you talked to the gynecologist about this?
Yeah, he said that I have a small fibroid and that he doesn't think it's not doing any harm, obviously, because I can have children. And he said, when I'm not pregnant and I'm not trying to get pregnant, I'm on birth control and I do better, but I still have some PMS.
Okay. Okay. So, what I want you to do this week, like I said, with the sunshine, once you get some sunshine and once you get at least a little bit of activity every day,
Okay.
and I want you to shower every day.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's not a long list of chores to do. And every one of those will help you move in the right direction.
Okay.
And are you keeping your journal that we talked about with your emotions and different
Yep.
things that are bringing those emotions up?
I am. And I really can't see a pattern. I think it's more my thinking that gets me upset. Is not an external thing that upsets me. It's what I think about that upsets me.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel bad. I know my husband works hard and he's frustrated and he comes home and he does just about everything. And I know he's tired, but when I see that he's annoyed with me because he's usually very good, that makes me feel bad. And then I start thinking, oh, you're a bad mother, you're a bad person. And then I get myself worked into a frenzy.
Okay. Okay. Have you been writing all those things down?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're starting to recognize, I realize there's not a pattern, but you're recognizing these emotions in yourself and these responses, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what we need to do is start shifting what you think and when you think it. Okay. There's several different ways we can do this. One of my favorites is to set a time aside for all negative thoughts. Okay. That might be 20 minutes. It might be, if you commute it to work or something during that commute, whatever time you can set aside each day, preferably around the same time, so that you can just compartmentalize those emotions and those negative thoughts and say, that's not for now, that's for that time.
Okay.
Okay? So that's the last part of your homework that I want you to do this week.
Okay.
Just try to just turn those thoughts off if you can, or at least turn them around to something positive.
Yeah.
Okay. And then set that time aside and let out your worries, let out your negative thoughts, everything in that little bit of time. And when that time is done, you're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's see how this week goes then. Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you. All right.
See you next week.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to shut the recording off.
Okay.